just to make sure everybody was safe. You know, the ones that stood tall, that didn't break, ain't bend, ain't fold.
What's poppin', people? This is Low Key right here from Apple Music. Today I'm not in the studio, I'm off site doing some fun, exclusive shit. He comes straight from Bushwick, Brooklyn. I got one of the 99 Wolves about to walk in right now. That's right, I'm talking about John Wick. What up, John? Family, what up? What up? What's poppin', people? This is Low Key right here from Apple Music. I'm doing a little something different off site today. You know what I mean? Got my man John from Bushwick, BK.
Let's go.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. What's going on? How you feeling?
How you feel? Like, first off, how you feel?
I'm good, man. I can't complain.
How's that mental health feeling? Like, how's that treating you right now?
I'm good. I feel free.
Now, explain why you feel free. That's an interesting choice of
Because,
words.
I mean, I guess, you know, considering the situation I went through and being incarcerated,
Right.
I'm back to work, so
Okay.
I'm free. I can't complain.
So now being free, you know, I know, you know, being locked up, being incarcerated, you know, 23 to 1, not seeing your people, not talking to your people, that fucks with your mental health.
Yeah.
You know, that keeps you in a rut, creatively, personally, professionally, obviously. Take me through that whole process of being in there, but knowing you're going to get out. And then when you get out, I know it's like night and day, probably.
Yeah. So with my experience, I didn't know when I was gonna get out. 'Cause I was fighting my case just in the county for 3 years.
Okay.
So I was fighting my case, going back and forth, different lawyers. I was dealing with a whole bunch of BS. I don't know if you can curse, but I'm keeping
Bullshit.
All right, yeah, dealing with some bullshit, yeah. So it was looking like, okay, maybe the next court date he'll get time served,
Right.
and then it'll be like, nah, this court date pushed back for 4 months. So it was a 3-year process, and then I had to go upstate for a year. So total was 4 years, and then I went to the halfway for 4.5. I mean, for another 6 months or 4.5.
Okay.
But overall, as far as like the creative process, it was different for me. It was challenging because what I had to do was now create music without beats.
Yeah.
So I was visualizing. I was visualizing beats in my head, and this is the first time I ever wrote like this.
Okay.
So now the transition with coming home, I had to go to producers and tell them I need a beat for this.
Yeah.
Like the beat is something like.
Because the whole time you're locked up, you're doing that in your head while you're writing.
Yeah. And in the hole, it was even more challenging. So you go to the hole, and now you don't even have. At least when you're on like a regular block, you're able to get on the phone and call family, and they let you know what's going on in the world. They like, you know, such and such just happened. So you're like, okay, cool, write that down. But when you're in the hole, you can't get on the phone.
It's dark.
So now you're writing off old experiences.
Right.
You might be talking about a car that was, you know, I'm talking about my 2019 car, and it's like
it's 2023, 2024.
Yeah. So you know, it was challenging, but I got through it. I'm here.
So now when we get out, all right?
Yeah.
Now the world is a little brand new to you. You know, you haven't seen a lot of your family. There's one particular day that I wanna give to you. It's a date. It's Friday, September 15th, 2023. Take me through that day.
So that day, all right, Friday, September 15th. So
Friday, yes, Friday, yes.
Basically, I was fresh out the halfway house.
Okay.
Just got out the halfway house, because I had to go there for 6 months, and so I got my apartment, got my car. I was back driving, you know, my little Beamer. I got
the silver 745, I think.
Yeah. Well, it's a 750. 750. So, nah, it's all good. But yeah. So you know, I got the Beamer, got the car. My daughter, my family was able to come see me, and it just felt good to be back into my own space. And I got back to cooking because you know I'm a chef on the low.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
Yeah, on my free time I like to cook, so you know I was in the crib chefing. Although my boy he looking at me because he think I ain't got the hand, but I got the hand though. So
Hey man, you might have to cook off at some point.
yeah. So you know I do my I do my thing in the kitchen, so it felt good to be able to do that.
And there was one particular reason why I was asking about that particular day, or probably that week. There was a video on your social media where you got to see your daughter.
Yeah.
You got to pick her from school.
Yeah.
And I know that probably meant a lot to you.
Yeah.
And that probably was one of the best things after getting out. So take me through that day.
Definitely. So that day, right? So I had to get permission, of course, to travel.
Right.
So once you know, my PO told me, he was like, yeah, you able to travel, you know, go get your daughter. Yeah, you good.
Right.
And I was was flying.
Flying down the highway.
Flying and so you know everybody kept it a secret. We like we not gonna tell her.
Yeah.
We gonna just pull up on her.
Yeah.
Just pull up to her school and yeah, she was excited. You know, it felt like it kind of felt like a rebirth. It felt like when she was first born. That excitement, like the feeling. It's hard to explain it, but that was what I went through. And then she wanted to stay with me all day.
She didn't leave your side.
Can I go with you?
Yeah.
She was like holding my pocket, like wherever you gotta go. I'm like, yo, I gotta go to the bathroom. You gotta let me go for it.
Just wait for a second.
Yeah. So yeah, it was good, man.
And you sent me a couple joints. You sent me a couple joints. But this unreleased joint, Dear Daughter.
Yeah.
Right. And you just talking to her. Yeah, very heavy about you buying her land. You know, when she wants to sell it or keep it. You know, the advice, the telling her no, telling her yes, but you know, still being her friend, but being her father first. But there was one particular line that stuck out to me, and it was, "Your daddy is a lot of things." Mm-hmm. Talk to me about that. Explain it like telling it to her, not to me, but telling it to her.
But because I feel like all my experiences that I went through in life and everything that I go through, she's gonna have to see it one day.
Right.
Experience. So even like the incarceration and like, yo, what you was incarcerated for, and like, you know, I explain certain things to her, but she's young, so she gonna have to see it. So I just feel like your daddy is a lot of things. Like to some people, he might be, you know, this ex-street dude.
Right.
To some people, it's like, yo, he's a good father. To some people, it's like, yo, he's just a good friend. He's a good person.
Right.
So you know, it's different. She's gonna hear so many different perspectives as she grow up and about me. And the song was, I guess the song is kind of like, that's why I said it's heavy, because I was talking about when I'm not here.
Yeah.
So when she hear that back, it's like, yo, my daddy was a lot of things.
Yeah. Have y'all listened to it together? Has she?
No, I actually just recorded that.
Oh, you just okay?
Yeah,
okay.
I just recorded that. What was that? 2 days ago. 2 nights.
So this is
so
fresh.
I didn't even. I was thinking about doing it like how you said. I think I might pull up on her.
Yeah.
Have her sit down in the car.
Right.
And play it for her.
Oh shit! I feel privileged. I thought that was something that you might, you know, roll in the pen or.
It's fresh.
Wow, it's fresh. Okay, so now that we're out, this is kind of like a rebrand. Creatively, where are we at? Like, you see the landscape of things. You see the landscape of hip hop. We was talking about, you know, we're gonna talk about some hip hop. You know, there's a lot of different artists, for different people.
Yeah.
Where do you feel like you fit right now into the mold of rap and hip hop? And you know, some of your stuff is girl heavy, and you know, for the ladies. Where do you feel like you fit right now, current day, 2025?
So I feel like hip hop as a whole changed a lot.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm more focused on tomorrow than yesterday.
Okay.
You feel me? So like, although I could do the super lyrical, like
schmirical.
Yeah.
You know, you get down with the best of them, but there's another side.
But yeah, there's another side. So right now, this is not really the era for that.
Okay.
So this is the era for, you know, the sexy drill.
Yeah.
You know, just the swag rap.
Right.
So that's what I've been more so focused on. And as far as listening to artists, I haven't been able to do it as much as I used to.
Yeah.
Because you know, I used to listen to a lot of artists, but as of recently, I just been so busy working that I don't even get a chance to check them out. So I might catch some things in the wind or trolling, and I'll catch something. But I'm like, oh, okay, this is what other people's doing right now, and I'll be so locked in on my craft that I don't even get a chance to really focus on what's going on.
And speaking of locked in, you know, Lil Birdie told me that you wrote 40 plus records locked in.
Yeah.
And we were just talking about earlier how you had the right to, you know, imaginary beats, but how do you just write? How do you even do that? Like how get up and you're in the hole 23-1 and can't see nobody. And we just talked about, but I want to get to that process of you writing all those records and not getting frustrated and not knowing when you're gonna come out. Like how do you even bring yourself to pen to pad?
So all right, so I'm gonna share a little story with you, something that happened when I was away, right? So I'm walking the yard one day with this dude. It's an older dude who I'm cool with, by the name of G. Shout out to G. I think he's still incarcerated, but he was talking to me one day, and he was like, "Yo, it's like a blessing the way the young dudes look up to you." He was like, "I look at them and they respect you. Like when you walk in here, like they give respect." So I was like, "All right, cool. Yeah, I appreciate that, G." Yeah. So he talking to me. So now I go back to the cell. Later on that night, I'm in there locked in, and I'm just writing. So I came up with a song. It was like, la 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 la. You know the Christmas shit.
Yeah.
So I was like, when my homie died, I ain't know how to feel. La 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 la. I wanted to cry for him, but couldn't, 'cause I was still in the battlefield. La 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 la. I had to push that to the side. I couldn't mourn. I know how mama felt. We lost 2 sisters in 1 minute. We got depressions. We fighting. We need all kind of pills. La la la. The worst day in my life was when my wife cried to me through the phone. Y'all know how I felt. When I couldn't hold her, I couldn't hug her, but she know I love her. I give my life for my kids and brothers. I'm stand up. I never stumble. I say how I feel. I never mumble. Closed mouths never got fed in the struggle. Back in the days, a fight was more like a tussle. Nowadays, you fight and end in a puddle. Cause niggas ain't got hands like that. Either that, or some niggas just don't care like that. So choose wisely. All I get it back in blood like Pooh Shiesty. You gotta know when you do grimy, it's 2 grimies. My cousin came home from the pen, he was like 290. So ain't nobody trying to fight him. I take him to the club with me, and he still be wildin'. 1 hand on the girl, the other hand on the bottle. I tell him when he round me, he gotta be careful around him. Cause everybody wanna come up even before the album. The label blowing me up, saying they need the project. I tell them I get to when I get to it, I got options. And I'm just being honest, I ain't trying to be cocky. You gotta know your worth and greatness always come with timing. My OG said he tilt his hat, how youngins talk about me. And when it come to respect, they always give me the highest. And in the room full of sheep, he said, you the only lion. He only giving me truth, he ain't really into lying. Yo, John, you got a gift, my nigga. La, 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 la. Every time I look at you, I see December 25th, my nigga. La, 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 la. So I wrote that, right? The next morning, I pull up on him. I'm like, yo, G, I want you to hear this song. Something I wrote. I'm like, and I mentioned you at the end. My OG said he tilt his hat or whatever. You got a gift, right? So I sing it to him. Tell him, he like, that's my birthday. December 25th is his birthday. I'm like, you lying, G. He was like, for real, that's my birthday. My birthday is December 25th. He said, my family always said I was a gift. Yo, it was crazy. Like,
this some true
shit.
shit.
Goosebumps. True shit. True shit.
And now, so like, now you feel like you definitely have to release the record.
Yeah,
definitely gotta make the record.
Gotta make
but
the record.
I'm at a loss for words because I didn't know it would connect like that.
Yeah, I didn't either. I was surprised.
You probably still shocked to this.
Yeah, I'm still shocked. Yeah, I got goosebumps because that's how real it was. Like just letting him hear that and him telling me that, yo, that's my birthday.
Do you still talk to G? Like,
I haven't been in contact with him. 2 people I know that's in the same facility as him, they reach out to me.
okay.
And they tell me, because G is an older dude, so
Yeah.
they'll tell me like, yo, G said what's up. I be, all right, send him my love. They said, yeah. He said he'd be home soon, so I said, all right, cool. I'm gonna have a job for him. I'll put him in position.
And hopefully, when he comes home, extremely soon, that you can talk to him and thank him. But God forbid, something else happens, whatever. If there's one thing you can say to G right now, and hopefully he'll see this at some point, what would you say to G?
Yeah, I see you soon. He'll be out. I heard that he'll be out October actually.
Okay.
So we ain't got much time.
Right.
Much time left to wait. Like his time is over. Once he come home, and he had 2 brothers that make beats.
Mm-hmm.
So I told him we gonna do some work.
That's nice.
There's actually a lot of talented people and people that got things to offer. They're just incarcerated. So
Yeah, some choices there that make it, unfortunately.
Yep.
I did a little digging, obviously, I'm a journalist, but another record that stuck out to me was Ride, one of my favorite DMX records.
I see the pain in her eyes.
Yeah.
It's a fight though.
Was that a personal experience that you went through with somebody, or somebody like that, or is that just you having the mental capacity to write from that angle?
Yeah, so I know multiple people, like, those scenarios is different people's situations.
Okay.
So I took all of them and made it into like one person.
Song.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, definitely I know people in those situations. The girls that got the lipo that now regret it.
Yeah.
They kind of shallow. To a female, that lost her mom and
siblings
like that.
and then dealing with the bills, the kids.
I think we all know them.
Everybody knows somebody like that, or everybody dealing with one particular situation like that.
Yeah, every ghetto in America,
pretty much.
We got some of those.
So, and I spoke about DMX, and I just want to really get to the bottom of your roots of inspiration and where you took your lyrical prowess or your style or your demeanor. Like, where do you get
That's
that?
a good question. I like that.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I like that. So what happened? How I fell in love with music was during like going to like junior high school and this is like MP3 era, right? Okay. So you gotta hook it up to LimeWire.
And Napster, Audio Galaxy, all that
and
shit.
What would happen? Sometimes you get the Bill Clinton, I did not sexually harass. You get that. And so yeah, I would hook it up, and a lot of times my older brother, his music would go onto my MP3.
Oh, okay.
So now I'd be on my way to school, and I'm listening to Big L. now I'm listening to Mace, and these is people that was before my time.
Yeah.
But it was catching my ear, so I'm listening to DMX, Big Pun, Jay-Z, Reasonable Doubt, of course, Hov. So yeah, that's what was going on, and that's how I like fell in love with music. Mace was one of my favorite rappers at one point.
I'm not gonna hold you. That was the first. Harlem World was the first album I bought with my own money. So Mace. Harlem World is one. It still is one of my favorite debut projects.
You know what else I was listening to just yesterday? Cam, SDE.
You know, that's the least favorite one that I like out of his catalog.
You like Confessions?
Confessions of Fire, like that one right there. Purple Haze is dope. Come home with me, like that. But Confessions of Fire, bro.
You gotta listen back to that Destiny Child record.
Yeah, like it's like the bug. Not
do it again.
Yes.
I was playing that yesterday.
Yeah.
Even Jimmy went off on that.
Listen now, Jimmy.
That was early Jim, but Jim
of recently is one of the best members. How do you feel about this? Like you drew inspiration from them as well?
Yeah, definitely. I think any artist from New York City got inspired by Dipset. Like they inspired the whole city, from the fashion,
of course,
to the music, to
slang,
all that shit. Just people still saying pause.
That's never gonna stop.
Yeah.
That's never gonna stop. And like we're talking about inspirations, you named a lot of New York heavy artists. Anything in the South, anything in the West, anything in the Midwest that you still fuck with and vibe with and kind of pull from as well.
Yeah, definitely. I always like when Scarface would team up with the Rockefeller dudes, when him and Beans or him and
Hov.
Yep. Scarface. Who else? Then out west, I like Kendrick, YG.
Yeah, that's a homegrown.
I like some of their singers too, like Ty Dolla $ign.
Ty's one. Ty's one of those. He's one of those.
Yeah,
guys.
definitely. But West, Midwest. Who from the Midwest? I really listen to everybody. I listen to some Wale. You might catch me listening to Big Sean.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm very versatile. Then I could go old school, and sometimes I listen to some things that my parents would listen to, like
you talking about Stevie Wonder?
Yeah, Stevie Wonder,
Aretha Franklin,
the Isleys. Yeah.
The Delphonics. We could be here all day. You an R&B guy?
Yeah. If I knew how to sing, I'd be a singer.
You would?
Yeah.
Who's one of your favorite R&B singers?
One of my favorite R&B singers, Usher is definitely up there.
Usher's up there for you?
Mike, of course, is number one, but Mike is more than R&B. Mike is just entertainment as a whole.
Yeah, you can't box him in.
Yeah, but yeah, definitely, I would say Usher, Donnell Jones at one point.
Of course, Avant.
Yeah.
So,
although R. Kelly got the crazy stuff, but
listen,
his music is
music. You can separate the artist from the action, and that's what it is. And this is the rebrand for you, and I've named a lot of artists that you've come up on and loved and still respect to this day. What do you want people to hear from this new version of you, this new John? Based on everything that we just talked about, just the music. Like, what do you want people to really dive into and be like, yeah, I fuck with that. I fuck with him.
I would say growth. Growth and just maturing. Like, I feel like my older music was, I was like a YN. I was a YN, but now, like, the certain things that I speak about, now I see what Hov was talking about. Remember when he was transitioning from
the streets to the fame.
From the streets to the fame. So, that's what I want people to get from it. Like, okay, he's more they need to make a genre just called luxury rap.
And you know who should be like the chairman of that? 2 Chainz, Rick Ross, Jay could be up there.
Yep.
Biggie could have been up there.
Yo Gotti.
Yo, definitely. Well, he's a street luxurious. Him and Jeezy are in that same pot.
True.
But yeah, 2 Chainz and Ross, Dom Kennedy, Larry June, like those guys are luxury. So you feel like you're up there with that?
That's what I'm growing to be.
Okay.
I don't want to compare myself to him, because you know how people
how
they take things out of context. Oh, you say you better than Gotti?
Oh, you think you like? I didn't say that. So I like to like him.
I don't want to have to be blocking people on Instagram.
Listen, if you gotta block niggas, and keep your peace, please.
Yeah, I'll do it in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I do that shit every day.
On to the next. But yeah, so I would say that's where my sound is heading. Okay. Like even like the father song and their daughter, and you hear how I'm talking about buying land.
Yeah, that was
teaching her,
I love
teaching her about credit and investments and those type of things. So yeah, definitely growing to be mature.
And how close are we to finishing this project? Do we have a title? Do we have a release date? Do we have all like the little nicks and crannies that come with it?
So I have a title, but I'm not gonna.
No, don't say it
because we don't have the release date yet.
Okay.
But the project is pretty much like 90% done.
And was
right?
a bulk of it written in?
It's like half and half.
Okay.
Some of it is fresh, brand new stuff, like the track that I let you hear. And yeah, so yeah, the project is pretty much done, and I'm thinking I don't even want to put a date on it, because what I'm gonna do is put out a few singles,
of course,
just to warm it up.
Yeah.
You know, let people know I'm back outside, hit a few clubs,
okay,
tear up a few stages. And then then we release the project after that.
Okay, there's one hit this year or top of next year.
No, this year.
This year, so we're gonna get it 2025.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Before the year is out.
All right, and I'm gonna leave it at that. I ain't gonna press you no more. I want to take it off the music a little bit. You were telling your man that you got hands on the stove. Not like that. Not like that. The cooking.
Yeah.
And you have business endeavors. So being a chef, your side hustle outside of music?
No, that I wouldn't consider it my side hustle. It's just something that I like to do for family.
So it keeps you at peace, gives you confidence.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what are the business endeavors we're jumping in, or that you already have?
So part of mine's we've been speaking about the laundry business, and that's one thing, and then just leveraging debt and things like that.
Financial literacy.
Yeah, and just buying active businesses. So I was looking at something a few weeks ago that was down in Florida, but it was something that was about the business that was off. But once I find the right thing, I'm buying it, flip it, and just keep it moving.
Is that something that you taught yourself while you were locked down, or is that something that you were building on before, or is that something that just new right now that you're just jumping into?
So I guess I always had like a sense of business, because again I was in the streets, and what I used to do, what was past tense, people was buying from me, I was supplying, and so I kind of know business already, right? And when I was away, I bumped into a dude who his case, he had got caught up for $8 million. So he knew something about money and business. He knew what he was talking about, right? And he started educating me on some things, because I went on tour and I had missed out on some money. Before I went away, I had missed out on some money, and he was like, "Yo, you got to take more control of your business."
Okay.
He was like, "You have to be the one to start your publishing company, start your LLC, do this, do that." And once he started educating me on those things, now he was only there for about 7-8 days until they shipped him out to a different spot.
Yeah.
But that had opened up my mind to start doing the research. So now I would just stay on the tablet. And I was being real creative with it. Like they had like a section where it was podcasts. So I would just click money.
And
any podcast that's talking about anything, money, finances, I would go through it. Tell my family, yo, send me some books on business. And, so I kind of taught myself. And once I got home, it was, I guess the stars aligned, because I got with some good folks that was
headed in the right direction.
Same thing, And we started making things happen.
How does that make you feel, knowing that, okay, I have this bullet in this chamber. I have the music, I have everything over here that I'm locked and loaded, ready to go. But now you have this over here that probably people wouldn't perceive you as, not to say you look or sound, but they probably just write you off because everyone judges books by a cover. How does that make you feel like, yo, I have another clip over here that nobody knows about?
That's that freedom that I was telling you about. That it make you feel free, because at the end of the day, I feel like everything gonna be alright. Like I remember at one point I didn't feel that, and I guess that's that financial freedom they call it. So it's like I feel like everything gonna be alright. Okay, so even without music, I'm good.
You straight.
So the music is a plus. It's something that I love to do, but I don't need it for the money. I'm not chasing the money, So yeah, it feels good to have that, on the side.
There's a lot of things that people, look at that are of value, of worthy of their attention, worthy of their love. I think you probably learned that biggest lesson while you were locked up. You probably learned how to appreciate love in and outside of it, right?
Yeah, definitely.
from the family, from the wife to the friends to social media, and social media really does kind of fuck up your self love.
Yeah.
How do you view self love, and how do you maintain and keep it to a point where nothing disrupts it?
Yeah. I mean, what we was talking about, you got to block some people. You know, I came home, I went on a blocking spree. Like people that was hitting me up on dumb shit, block, get out of here. I ain't talking. So you got to do that, and then I also like when I was away, especially being in the hole sometimes. You need that. I mean, it might sound a little crazy, but I needed it because I got a chance to learn myself. I got a chance to reflect on what I was doing wrong in life and the mistakes that I made. Like, instead of pointing a finger towards other people and being like, yo, you should have never did that. If you ain't do that, I wouldn't be in here. Yeah, I was just like, damn, I gotta get it together. I gotta pull my act together, and I got into meditation too. I started getting books on meditation, and that was something that I would do like in my free time. When I'm alone, of course, nobody's around. Yeah. So that's something that I do also, and of course, exercising too.
Keep your body right.
Yeah, working out. That's definitely another form of
self-love.
Self-love, yeah.
And all that carries outside. Now you're still in the gym, I'm sure. You're still meditating, I'm sure. How do you push that to your child? Because the kids nowadays are so they're so self-inflicted and deprecating. How do you make sure that she doesn't get dragged into that bullshit of the social media?
On the iPads and the iPhones.
And the tablets and the reality shows and sometimes the music. How do you make sure she stays straight of all?
So you gotta just take it from them sometimes. Like and sometimes I'm like, I'll take it from her, take the iPad, take the phone. I'll ask her some questions. What's a good credit score? What's a bad credit score? What can you do with credit? Right? And I educate her on those things. So so I want to pass it down to her. That's why I mentioned it in the song. So even when I'm not here, she'll be able to use these things that I wasn't able to use growing up. Right. Like, these are things that I figured out later on in life, but
because had you known them earlier, you probably wouldn't be in certain situations.
Yeah.
But you go through these experiences to be able to teach yourself and to be able to teach your offspring and the people that you love around you.
Definitely.
So it's kind of like a gift and a curse.
Yeah, facts. Yeah.
So you said we're gonna get this project in 2025, and I always love asking new artists this when it comes to their debut projects or a new project. If you could describe your project, I don't know, you said it's 90% done, but if you could describe it in one word, and what do you want people to pull from it, what would it be?
Luxury. that's the word, luxury.
Luxury.
Yeah, because it's definitely. I'm trying to give it to you without describing where I'm going with it. Yeah. But it's definitely grown. It's grown, but at the same time, I play it for the YNs and ask them. I'll be like, yo, what you think about this? Okay. And they'll tell me. They be like, yeah, I like that. And I'm only 19. I'll be like, all right, cool, we got one.
So you feel like the growth is now spilling onto them?
Yes. Okay. Like, I kind of do it, and not to compare myself to Jay, but how he was doing it. He was still
fly.
Yeah, he was still fly, but he was just letting them know this what we on.
He was talking about lawyer fees at 26 on Reasonable Doubt.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, cop chain is cool, but lawyer fees, da-da-da. And that was first out.
Never changed. This is always me.
Exactly. Exactly. Listen, man, it's been a pleasure to talk to you. I didn't know you before, you came out, or you went in, but you coming out seems like it's like a 180. And I know that probably makes you proud, probably makes your daughter proud, probably makes your family proud. Outside the music, outside of financial literacy, what's one particular thing outside your daughter that makes you happy, and outside the cooking?
That makes me happy.
That makes you happy. That no one would know. It's between me and you.
Right now, that makes me happy. It's a good question. You got some time, and you've been doing this for a while.
About 10 years.
Okay, yeah. Let me think. Something that makes me happy right now. See, I be so focused on, I guess, success. That's what I'm chasing. That's the only thing I'm chasing right now. Being successful in all fields, whether it's business, whether it's music, whether it's with family, even with love. I want to have a successful love life. Like, everything have to be success. So I guess that's one thing that makes me happy right now.
And it just always, just remind yourself that there are other things aside from, acquiring businesses and financial literacy that can just make you happy.
Working out.
Working out, meditation. Shit, for me, it's watching cat videos on TikTok.
Yeah.
That makes me happy. Just, I get away from all the bullshit. I can just sit there on my phone. That makes me happy, and I go right back to the business. But it seems like you just had this bright future ahead of you.
Thanks.
Bright personality. We're gonna get this project hopefully in 2025. It's gonna be on Apple Music, so we ain't worried about that. Yeah. It's been a pleasure to talk to you. Let the people know where they can find you on social media: YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all that.
Yeah, just go to Instagram at official Jon Wick. I can't get the word out. Jon Wick at official Jon Wick. Yeah. And when you go to my Instagram, you'll be able to see all the links in my bio. I got my YouTube. Everything is there. SoundCloud. Whatever you on Apple Music, you'll find it. It's there.
And you catch me on Apple Music Rap Life Review with Ebro, my boy Eddie, every Wednesday on YouTube. I'm sure this is not the last that you're gonna hear my man Jon Wick.
Definitely.
I'm gonna be right beside him when that album comes out, so make sure you check in the streets for that. One time for Bushwick, Brooklyn, and one time for Hip Hop. John, I appreciate your time and effort,
Thank
man.
you.
Congratulations on being home. This is Low Key. John, real quick, I got some questions. I don't know if you're down to answer these hot three real quick. We good?
Okay, yeah, let's get it.
All right, you said you want to talk some hip hop?
Yeah,
let's talk some hip hop. All right, who won? Biggie or Pac?
Who won? Dang, it's a good one.
Hey,
that's a good one.
Come on.
Who shot you? Hit him up.
Which one you got?
Nah, Pac got that. Pac got that. Definitely.
All right, hit him up. Pac. All right. Who won? Nas or Jay? Ether Takeover. Don't answer wrong, bro. You know where you're from.
Yeah. I can't go against Hov.
Takeover?
Come on, I can't go against Hov.
All right, and we still talk about this one. I still get shit for this a lot, every day, all day.
Oh man, I know where you.
Who is it? Drake or Kendrick? Who won? What's up?
See, they not gonna like me for this, right?
All right.
They not gonna like me for this. Rap wise,
rap
we talking about the battle,
the bars.
I think Drake won.
What?
Right? Hear me out.
Okay.
When you go to like what's catchy, the dance, Kendrick got him.
Okay.
So it's a good one.
Neither answer is wrong if you think about it.
I give it to Dot.
Give it to Dot?
I give it to Dot.
That's right there. Take three.
He was more strategic with his.
See, you know hip hop, bro.
With his plan.
You know rap.
I give it to Dot.
Jon Wick, Bushwick, Brooklyn.
Yeah,
Take three.